Hello everyone, it's Dawn and welcome back to my channel. Well, today we're going to get straight on with the Papercraft Society Advent Calendar. Now, as I mentioned in a previous video, I'm not doing this the way that everybody else is doing it. Normally they're numbered from 1 to 25 up to Christmas Day, but I'm not doing it that way. When I looked at them, I did have a quick peek at all of them, and I wondered what I could do with just one of them, especially some. So what I've done is I've divided them up into sets, and you'll see what I mean when I lift the box. So if you've seen this before by other crafters or other YouTubers, you will notice straight away that mine looks different. It's exactly the same kit as everybody else got. It's just that I've just rearranged the boxes or the folders in a different order. So let me pop the lid off and you can see what I mean. I'll see if I can do that without knocking the camera over. So as you can see, mine have all been divided up. Now, I've divided mine up according to the company. So for example, the first batch are from Textures or by Textures, which have been designed by the lovely Lou Collins. The next one is Creative Life, which is Katie Skilton. The next one are Creative Craft Products by Craft Dash, and so on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take out these first four. I haven't got any idea what numbers they are. I haven't even looked, and that's quite deliberate. So I'm just going to, actually I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it on the floor just for a minute so that I don't knock it. So what I'm going to do first, without revealing numbers or anything like that, I'm going to show you what's in these four boxes. Now, because I've not looked at the numbers, you may have seen these already. If you've been following them on other channels, you may have not. So even if you haven't, you won't know when they're coming up. So it's not, hopefully it won't be too much of a spoiler alert for you. So I'm going to open them all one at a time. So as I said, I've no idea what order I'm opening them in. So I'm going to do that now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I'll bring them in a bit better than this. And I'll show you what I'm going to do with them. So we have, let's do one at a time in no particular order. So in one of our boxes we have, or folders, we have, this is an embossing folder, a leafy embossing folder. So that's one of the products that we'll be using. Let's just pop them to one side. We have a gorgeous die set, which, oh, the L's come off of its little section. That says Joyful, so we'll be using that today as well. We have a stamp set, and inside the stamp set we had a little card that says Warm Wishes. Now, we won't be using that today, but we will be using part of that stamp set. And the other thing that came in the Textures set was this. If I hold it up a bit closer, you can see that it's a little stencil with spirals going in dots or polka dots. So I'm going to show you, now I've shown you what we're using, I'm going to show you how I'm going to use it. So I've divided them all up in sets. So what I've done with the stencil, I've used some alcohol markers and gone through them. I've gone over that, but that doesn't matter because we won't be seeing them by the time we're done. I'm just going to bring this in a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. That's better. So I've used the stencil and I've masked this off because I wanted this bit clear, which is why that bit doesn't matter. So that's going all the way around there just to give a bit of a border. Now, with the embossing folder, what I've done, I've coloured it with different tones of green because they're leaves, but I've started on the outside with a darker colour. These are watercolour pencils, and gone into a lighter colour in the middle. So it's like an ombre effect, but going into the middle, not going from top to bottom. And on the back, I have got some foam tape, and I am going to lay that down there. What I did do, I put the embossing folder on my cardstock and drew around it lightly with a pencil. And then I used the embossing folder as a mask to go around the outside. So now we've got a nice background, and I used the Joyful, I used this set to make the word joyful. The only thing I've done that's different is I'll just get this out and I'll just get it ready so that I can show you when we get there. I'm going to start right over to one side, and you'll see why in a minute. And I've used the star as the little bit that goes above the J. Then I've die cut. I've just die cut this in red, as you can see. This is just ordinary red cardstock, nothing particularly special about it. But what I wanted to do from here, or at this point, I wanted to show you how I'd created the Y, because as yet we haven't used this deer. So what I've done is I've stamped the head and the antlers, and I've coloured just that part in. I'll show you what I mean by that. So I've stamped the head and the antlers, and I'm going to put that there. And for the Y, all I've done is I've cut the bits that I've just cut the tail to the Y and cut the other bits off. And again, these are on foam pads, and I'm just going to slide that under there and put it down like that. So there is our Y. And then the others I've just put as they normally are. Again, I've got foam pads on the back, or I've cut a foam pad. I've cut a series of foam pads down so that they will fit. So there is our U, and there is our L. And there we have the word joyful, all made with the textures sets from the Papercraft Society Advent Calendar. So I've used the head of the deer for the Y, and it can be used as a V as well, if you wish. So there is our first project, or my first project anyway, from this set. So the next time I come back, I'll be using a different set. I can't remember which one it is. I think it's the My Creative Life, but I could be wrong about that. But I'll be using another complete set and doing a bit of a reveal and showing you what I'm going to do with it. So I hope you've enjoyed my way of doing it. I do apologise if it's spoilt the surprise for you, but you'll see it when it comes up, because I've no idea when all these bits and pieces are coming up, because I haven't looked at the numbers. So I do hope you've enjoyed this, and if you have, please do give me a thumbs up, leave any comments you'd like to, and I'll be back soon with another video from this fabulous kit. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Do take care, everybody. Have fun, and as always, happy crafting. Bye bye for now.